And we know more than 300 people die every day from largely preventable causes. We know that also almost 1 in 10 18-year-olds in the region suffer from depression. Of course, how do we communicate these problems, how do we address that, that is another issue. And also the increasing burden of chronic conditions will put a growing pressure on health systems. How do you make that clear to policymakers that it is very important to react? Projects like this, to really try to reach people and to change the situation, is clearly very important.
How we can enhance their digital experience and communicate messages around health and well-being, because that's what we're here to do today, isn't it? Yeah. How teenagers consume online media. Okay, so I'm using research from EU Kids Online, which was conducted in 2010. Unfortunately, it is already out of date. We need ongoing research because the picture is changing on a daily basis. So I think we can see that the internet is deeply embedded within their lives. An astonishing 88 minutes spent on harm. And we must distinguish right at the start here that risk is not the same as harm. And the intermediary, the part that makes all things better, is emotional resilience. What are they doing? Well, they're loving schoolwork. That comes as a surprise, doesn't it?
When I started to work for Addiction Switzerland, we had somebody doing research, like a literature research on prevention with new media. The results I found, they were quite disappointing. They were like check your drinking programs or similar stuff, or extensive programs with a lot of personal support. So it wasn't like really that new. I had the impression I knew this program for already 5 years. So there was nothing with Facebook, or there was nothing with smartphones.
Every time we had the opportunity to engage and deal with the third sector, NGOs, association, think tank, and they were coming to us with a clear campaign, with a clear idea and some target that they would like to reach. The collaboration and the results came very, very easily. I would like to mention some good examples. One was with actually with NGOs and the Italian Postal Police. It was really aiming in providing 2 levels of educational content. One level was online. What we also organized together with the same partners was follow-up activity directly in school. Because again, the right mix between the online communication and the offline communication in the real world was for us a success. So where we can arrive is in providing visibility to the campaign, providing technological information technology and information on how to use the technology in order to be successful. But what we should really not do is to think about the content.
As you know, Facebook is about sharing and connecting with your friends. 500 million people share 1 billion or more pieces of content daily on Facebook. We're more evolved in a tool for communication and problem solving. And we see stories happening daily, whether it's people telling their friends that they're safe after a catastrophe like the Japanese tsunami, or people sharing small acts of kindness Facebook daily. We have a lot of partnerships about bullying. For example, we work with MTV on their campaign on a thin line, which again is about bullying and where do you draw the line in using digital media for the right reason or for the wrong reasons, which is bullying. Which is another campaign that has attracted a lot of celebrities to come and speak about bullying and inspire a lot of young people worldwide. There's a lot of ways to explore new technology, so we encourage people, to use our platform and be creative about it, because as it was said, young people learn from social media. They want interactive campaigns. They are on Facebook, so please come and talk to us if you have good ideas. We're here to support them.
Heart disease is the single biggest killer of anybody. Take up that challenge. We've become the 3rd largest charity in the UK with an annual turnover of £125 million. That might seem a lot of money to play around with, but we actually are the biggest independent funder of cardiac research. The two websites that we have are CVHF, or Children's VHF, for under 11s, and for 13 to 19, Whiteheart. We have online games, we call them edutainment. So we have a game for smoking for teenagers. We've produced a full teacher's site for this, so there's lesson plans for each of the different levels. It uses an arcade game style to get across the effects of tobacco on health and the environment.
A couple of years ago, we had the idea to develop a project with a very simple, rather challenging objective, which is to better understand how best to use social media to communicate health-related issues to young people. The projects and the main project features are the following. We have a phase of development of a web series, 25 episodes of a web series, an animated series. Then we have the design and piloting of a web campaign, and then we have a phase of assessment. We wanted to involve teenagers in the development of messages and in the definition of the format, the graphic format of the series. The consultation, the peer review with teenagers has been developed around 3 physical consultation rounds and also an online survey. We had 8 profiles, so we had 8 profiles on different social media, on 5 social networks, in 6 languages, managed by 5 community managers. So we had 5 teenagers working under our supervision on this platform. We are working in collaboration with OneWeb TV. Our objective within this project is to try to evaluate in different ways how these tools can be in fact used to leverage the promotion of health messages to teenagers.
In 2011, there were 976 people infected with chlamydia in European countries plus Liechtenstein, I believe. And there's a rising trend in those numbers, and 75% of everybody who is infected is in the age group 15 to 24-year-olds. In 2008, which are the most recent numbers that we could find, there were almost 52,000 cases of HIV diagnosed and reported by 48 to 53 countries in the WHO, European regions and Liechtenstein. Ukraine has the fastest growing epidemic in the world. There are currently 360,000 people living with HIV/AIDS in Ukraine. The indications are that condom use in the whole of Europe is declining.
I would like to make advice to the policymakers from at the European level, or also people from national levels, that it is clear that the work in social media is being done. There's a lot of activity. A lot is being done. There's a lot being done by in the industry or in the profit sector, but also in the social or health sector. Except the recommendation to differentiate, please take the example to involve young people. It is not only inherent, intrinsic, inherent to working with social media to be dynamic, but also that you involve young people, like you suggested, continuously.